Check this out. A little experiment now. The heat. That is fair handful of tight corners at the very top, probably about maybe 5 to 10 kilometres out of Scone. Good morning, top of the morning to you. As you can see, it's still pretty dark. I want to get out to this secret location. It's not a secret, but exciting location before it gets too hot. I'm driving through the absolutely lush surroundings of the Hunter Valley. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of farmyards, and just out of town from here is some vineyards. So really delightful area to be driving in. And I'm about 15 minutes away from my location. Getting quite excited, not sure what to expect. I do know that I'm expecting a bit of a walk, which I'm not a lover of long walks, but anywho, we'll just see how it goes. So it should be quite exciting. Good old Google Maps took me down the wrong road. A bit tricky to do a U-turn, but it's all sorted. So we'll try it again.
In 100 meters, turn left. Turn left.
What are you talking about? Not sure if you can see the escarpment up there, but quite amazing this time of the day with the sun just rising. I'm at the beginning of the walk, and I keep going on about how excited I am. But I am. I'm really looking forward to this walk. Check this out. I have to say, I feel like a real explorer, and I'm going to do a little experiment when I get up there, so we'll see how we track up. And I noticed the local council are cleaning out the toilets, which is nice. It means that they're at least cleaned once a day, once a week rather, or once a month, depending on what the scenario is. But it's nice to see. So they do look after this place. I'm headed off for this great trek. I think it's about an hour to 2 hours. I think that's 2 hours return. Good idea to bring sun protection, bug spray, water, and maybe your mobile phone to get a couple of photos, or a proper camera. I'm at the beginning of the walk, and the reason they have this is to save people climbing over and destroying the fence. A lot of this area is private land, so if you're going to do the walk, just be very respectful of that, so I'm sure you will. And Burning Mountain, here we go. A couple of wallabies blending in with the old wood. That's stringy bark, see quite a lot of that up here. Iron bark, apparently really tough on chainsaws, I believe, or any type of saw. Okay, I made it, so it's not that far. I think I ended up taking about 45 minutes to get up here, might have even been less, but I did stop and faff around, take a few photos and stuff like that. And good news is, there's quite a few chairs on the way up, so the National Parks were thinking of you. Now, right just then, I had that absolute distinct smell of sulphur. Now, that's the sulphur for those of that generation who know what a box of matches smells like when you light it. It's that sulphur smell. And it comes in wafts, which makes me think that somewhere here is going to be a rock. I'm going to try and find it before I leave. That's just giving little bursts of smoke. Now, don't want to destroy the image or the dream, but please don't come up thinking you're going to see flames shooting out of the rocks. That's not going to happen. The fire itself is 30 metres down. Now that's kind of typical a tall gum tree. So 30 metres down is the intense heat, up to 1200 degrees centigrade, which is pretty hot. And that's why a lot of the rock around here has been damaged because of that heat. And you also notice in the immediate area, there's very few trees growing out of the ground because again, that where the coal is burning, it's so intense the heat, it's destroyed everything above. Now I believe this is a good example of one of those fissures. I can't quite see any smoke coming out, a very, very strong smell of sulphur. And the rocks feel warm, but it might just be the morning sun. So, as I said earlier, I do have a bit of an imagination. That is awesome. I found myself right amongst it, absolutely in the middle of it. So I'm just going to take you up to one where you can actually hear the bubbling from inside the mountain, and you can also feel the heat coming out of it. And I want to do a little experiment, so I'm sure everything will be fine. This is not quite on the normal beaten path, just to let you know. Hopefully you can hear that sound. I can definitely feel the heat. So we'll just see very carefully. Such a thing as careful. A little experiment now. I've got water in there. Can you hear that bubbling sound? Definitely boiling. Put some more water in. Okay. I've got a piece of wood. Safety's my middle name. And I'll put it near the heat. Turn it round. There we go. I've got the kettle on. I can feel the heat from here, so I'm sure it'll be fine. And if it works, it'll go or something similar to that. I didn't put too much water in. I must say I've been extremely lucky, in fact blessed really. I found some of the fissures blowing smoke or steam or both. This little section here, it's also quite very white, so it's had quite a pounding in the last whatever. Now don't forget this is moving 1 metre a year, so it's only moving just marginally. The heat coming out of this is quite intense, but it's not enough to ignite a piece of paper, although I wouldn't want to be sitting on it for a while. And it's not really enough to boil a kettle, but it's jolly hot. So don't forget, that's 30 metres down that heat's coming up from. So very, very pleased with myself. And I saw some kangaroos as well, wallabies. Okay, here's a little surface. Now, it's a pretty national park, don't do this. If you're taking on this walk, the first half, you know you're around about halfway when you cross over a road. Now, it's just a track really, but I didn't want to just call it a track because it's not a walking track. It's looks like somewhere you could bring a vehicle up. Crossed over there, you're just over halfway. If you come up to see this kind of structure, that means you're almost there, so don't give up. It is literally probably 50 metres away. And they're the two important things for walking up here. Going on the way up, it's sort of medium and it gets reasonably steep. All kind of steps made out of the gravel and a few wood inserts. Then it levels off on the ridge and it goes down a little bit and then it comes up a little bit to here, which is the end. Hope that helps. Well, there we have it. Very pleased with this little expedition. As you can see, the steam / smokes coming out of this fissure, and yeah, So there is the ones I've seen, distinct ones, have been this one and a couple over there, a couple of chimneys, which is great, and one or two coming out that I was sure they were going to, so strong and so hot that they were going to ignite paper, but not quite hot enough. And another one that I was hoping would boil the kettle, and I know that I had that was my own creativity. I just got frustrated that it never boiled. So it got very hot. I wouldn't want to be putting my hand on it or any other body part. Anyhow, if you found this video useful, helpful and or entertaining, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you think the video is worth sharing, that too would be great. And until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off. Oops, don't want my kilt to catch a light.